I'm Esther George. I'm a natural lifestyle enthusiast. In 2014, I gained a scholarship with the David Oyedepo Foundation. And today I'm here to share my experience with you as a Ghanaian who studied in Nigeria. What motivated me? I wanted to, change environment. And also because after going through the scholarship requirements as well as the courses, I was, motivated to apply for it because one of the courses aligns with my passion and my career, which was agricultural engineer. While growing up as a child, I loved agricultural subjects, and it was one of the subjects that I performed excellently, so I'm like, this is the opportunity for you, Nana, just go for it. First requirement is you must be an African. You must have, outstanding performance results from your high school. Also, you must be or must have held a leadership position. Lastly, you must be self-motivated. Those are some of the requirements for the scholarship. I like that question. The scholarship duration or the scholarship application duration was within a month, and that was in September 2014 to November 2014. And during the process, I had to write series of essays about 500 to 1,000 words, maximum of 1,000 words, minimum of 500 words. And, some of the questions had to do with what's your motivation, what's your aspiring career, and why do you want to study the course that you chose to study? Those kind of questions, similar questions from scholarships. And so it took a month, and in 2014, November, I remember November 18th, I got notified in my email that I've been qualified for the scholarship, and I was so excited. Yeah. I would say it was a mixed feeling. First, I was excited, because I was excited to know that I was, selected among about 500, applicants, because it's all over the world. And so, yeah, that made me feel, hey, girl, you're a genius. You made it. You did it. And I was also excited but the fact that I was going to study something that I'm passionate about, which was, agricultural engineering. But, the mixed feeling, which the other feeling was that, hey, I was going to be leaving my family, and I know nothing about Nigeria. I've not been to Nigeria. I'm like, God, how is it going to be? My family, I got some advice from friends. Hey, girl, don't go. And remember, in 2014, that was when the Boko Haram thing was on its peak. And so my family, my friends, people were worried about me. But, something told me, girl, you can do it. And that taught me a lesson. When you are passionate about your dream, tell me, listen, nothing can stop you. Interestingly, in Ghana, 5 of us were awarded the scholarship. And, everybody was excited. So we were told the date to report in school, which was on the 22nd of November. And so that means we had to leave Ghana on the 20th. And I live in Kumasi. So I had to move from Kumasi to come meet the 4 other applicants. And I came in very early in the morning. And I went to the headquarters. I was waiting for them. The pastor was waiting for these other 4 applicants. And we kept waiting and waiting and waiting. And then we got this news that the four applicants, other applicant declined the scholarship, and that was because they were afraid. They were scared. I'm sure they've, people had advised them and told them about, hey, Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that, don't go. And so they declined the scholarship. And that morning, listen, there was this small still voice that asked me, do you still want to go to school? I said, yes, I will go to Nigeria. And I wanted to prove to everyone that, whatever you set your mind to do, you can do it. I would say that it's good there's this proverb that says you should always remember either the son or the daughter of who you are, right? And so my parent had always known me to be this exceptional person. I have this unique personality, and they asked me one question: Nana, do you think you can do this? I said, yes, I can. And they said, then if you want to do it, no problem. If you've made up your mind, no problem. We'll pray for you. Even though I know while saying all that, there was that fear, but they believed in me, and that was it. And I traveled. Well, the scholarship was awarded to, like I said, one of the criteria, you had to be an African to be qualified for it. And so we had other students. We had students from other countries, Ethiopians, Zambians, Cameroons, and, Zimbabwe, I can't remember, but I know that we were about five, countries, student representing from, 5 countries. And it was like, whoa. The first experience with a Nigerian student was that the accent, I woke up in the morning and I spoke to my roommate, greeted her, because when I came in, she was asleep and all that. So, hi, good morning. And then, we started talking, and she was like, which country are you from? I said, I'm a Ghanaian. And she screamed, She was so excited that I was her roommate. I was her temporary roommate. She was, my senior. She was in 300 level, and, being first year student, I just came in. So I was with her for her to coach me, mentor me and all that. And so she was so excited. And that was it. The experience started with my accents. We have different accents, and everywhere I went, people kept asking, where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? And gratefully, or, fortunately, I got to also meet with my, other African country, other students from other African countries. And every one of us were excited, but some of us were excited, but some other people had that fear in them. And it was a mixed feeling, having to leave your family back home, and now you are all by yourself in school. And, before you can even get across to them, sometimes the network is terrible and all that. So it was a whole lot to deal with. But, our dream kept pushing us, And also in school, it was a good experience having to, school in that environment. Trust me, I wasn't like this. I was a very timid, reserved person and all. That was before I got into the university. But having to pass through, landmark university, unleash the potentials in me. That is one thing that I'm so grateful for. It unleashed the potentials in me and all the leadership. I mean, the leadership potentials in me, the skills and everything. I was always scared of talking to people. Even when I have good ideas, I pass it through people to say and all that. But having to go through Landmark University, uh, there was a redefining of who I was. And I'm thankful for that. And also the experience, with the Nigerian student. I want to say that, listen, people always tell you things, and until you experience it, to me, I would say it's rumor. Because when I got to campus, after hearing everything about Nigerians are this, Nigerians are that, and other, fine. Wherever you go, you find the good and you find the bad. So I tell people it's about individual personality. And because you encountered one person that wasn't good to you doesn't mean that every other person is bad. And so, my friends in school proved that to me. They showed me that, we have good Nigerians. I met someone, I met a friend, and I'm thankful for crossing path with her. She's called Joy Mulayo John. She's a Yoruba girl, and I remember when she got to know that I was a Ghanaian or I'm a Ghanaian. Every time I go to her room or I go to her to get something from her like notes or even ask her to explain something to me. Once I get to her room, she will tell me, today you're learning this. When you see people in the morning, you say, Ekaro. And when I started, I wasn't fluent like this. And I'll be there and I'm like, Eka, Karo. And she's like, you want to get my note. If you can't pronounce it, I'm not giving you my notes. you know, she was so friendly and she was ready. She really meant it. She was ready to teach me the language. And, we started playfully, jokingly, and casually about it. And before we realized, I was speaking, I was saying some things. And even sometimes in class, like in general class, I would just say something and everybody would turn and look at me. This Ghanaian girl, I mean, after 2 years in school, I was speaking, it wasn't so fluent, but I was speaking some basic, the basic Ekaro, Bawoni, and all those Otijel. It was so interesting. And she kept doing that. And it got to a point I was taking notes. And because I was serious, I wanted to learn the language. So, it was fun doing that. And I was taking notes. She was teaching me and all that. So that was how I got to learn the Yoruba language. So listen, if you want, we can speak, and I think I can even speak better than some of you. It's a challenge. Whoever thinks that they can speak better than me, you can meet the producer and then we'll keep in touch, yeah. The food, the food. I'm used to my cultural, my local food. Like here, we eat fufu with the light soup and the abenkwan, that's the palm nut soup. My local food. And then I got to Nigeria. The next day, I went to the cafeteria, and the lady was like, we have amala and ewedu. Oh my God. And she said, we have eba and egusi. She was just mentioning the variety of Nigerian foods. And I stood there. And the last one, she said, we have rice. I said, madam, give me rice. It was funny because I'm okay with rice. I can do the rice and I won't have challenge with it. And so every time, I think for like a month or so, I was doing rice. And my roommates and my course mates and my friends, they were like, no, this have to stop. This needs to stop. Now you are in Nigeria, you have to start eating Nigerian food. And that became a big challenge, But, because I like trying new things, I said, okay. I started small. I started, gradually, gradually, gradually. And before I knew it, guess what? I had a favorite. You want to know the favorite? Yeah, so, I had a favorite, and my favorite was amala and ewedu with assorted meat. While in school, every time I go to the cafeteria and then I ask them, Madam, do you have amala and ewedu? And she's like, this Ghanaian girl, everybody, this Ghanaian. I loved ogbono as well, So yeah, it was fun. It was interesting having to try the variety of, of Nigeria delicacies. Yeah. In summary, I would say that if you want to go to Nigeria, come on, do it, girl. Do it, man. Do it, whoever you are. Go have that experience. Schooling in Nigeria has changed a whole lot of things of my perception, my thoughts, and, my actions, how I see things and everything. There's been a lot. I learned a lot of things, and I'm thankful that I didn't listen to, hey, you be kidnapped, Boko Haram, all the negativity that came, I'm thankful that I listened to my heart. I'm a proud agricultural engineer. Yes, I brought the certificate home. In my class, I was the best female graduating student for my course and the second overall in my department as well. I did it. And I'm happy I brought a trophy home. Yeah.